what is the end time of the 5 daily prayers? There is a hadith, which is authentic, where the Prophet ﷺ tells us that Jibreel came to him over the duration of 2 days. The first day, he prayed at the beginning of the time. The second day, he prayed at the end of the time. And then he addressed the Prophet ﷺ, telling him that prayer time is between these two. For Fajr, the prayer begins at the break of dawn. It's pitch black. Once I see the horizontal thread, white thread of the Fajr, meaning the day is approaching, this white thread, which is horizontal, can be seen on the top of the mountains, etc. This is the beginning of Fajr time. Once the whole world is lit, but the sun is not rising yet, the moment the tip of the sun surfaces, the time of Fajr is over. Then the time of Dhuhr is when an erect object has a very small shade once the sun heads to the west. So this shade in the direction of east, this is the time of Zawal. And it inaugurates a time beginning for Dhuhr Salat. Once the shade is equivalent to the length of the erected object to the east, this is the time where Dhuhr ends, and this is the time when Asr begins. So Asr time begins when the shade is equivalent to the length of an erect object. And it continues to sunset. So once the sun sets and disappears, the end of Asr is over. Bearing in mind that when the sun becomes yellow and loses its brightness, this is the end of the time of choice. But you still can pray until the sun sets. So the Maghrib starts when the sun disappears, and it continues until the redness disappears in the horizon, in the twilight. The redness at the position where the sun had set, there's the redness in the sky. Once the redness goes and it's now pitch black, this is the time of Isha. And the time of Isha ends when the middle of the night is due according to the Islamic calendar. How to calculate this? It's the middle between sunset and the break of dawn. The time in between is the midnight.